What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Workout number 2 of the 2012 CrossFit Games Open was released tonight, workout 12.2, and it is a doozy. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes here and talk about my thoughts on the workout, my strategies for how I'm going to approach it myself, and maybe a little bit of advice if that's what you're into. So the workout is proceed through the sequence below, completing as many reps as possible in 10 minutes of 30 snatches, men at 75, women at 45, 30 snatches, men at 135, women at 75, 30 snatches, men at 165, women at 100, and then with any remaining time, get as many reps as you can at 210 pounds for men and 120 pounds for women. Personally, my 1 rep max rested snatch attempt is 200 pounds, so I'm not even going to worry about that part of the workout. However, the first 3 sets of 30, I think are going to create a big division between the athletes around the world. The first 30 reps at a relatively lightweight, 45 pounds for women and 75 pounds for men, I think a majority of the athletes will get through. Almost everyone that has any sort of proficiency in the snatch lift, I believe will be able to get through 30 reps of that in the 10-minute cap. The next block up at 100 pounds for men, 135 pounds for men rather, and 75 pounds for women, I think there's going to start to be a bit of a divide because that's not a lightweight. So I think many people will potentially PR for the very first time at that weight, which will be really exciting, or be able to get through a good chunk of that. I think my prediction is somewhere between 40 to 60% of athletes worldwide, I think will be able to get up to that 60 rep point. I could be wrong. That's just my guess. The next scale, however, there's going to be a huge divide. At that 165 for men and 100 for women, yeah, that's a big jump. If you guys remember the workout last year, the one that had the bar facing burpees and then the overhead squat and then muscle ups, people would get to the muscle ups at their 90 reps and then hit a wall because many people have never even done a muscle up before. So there were a lot of people who got to 90 points for that workout. Some people got their first muscle up during that workout, which was a really exciting thing that happened all over the world, right? And you got to see your friends for the first time get above those rings, and they'd get 91 reps, for example. In this workout, I think that 165 is going to be similar. Many men don't have a 165-pound snatch, and many women don't have 100 pounds. So those who get that weight for the first time, that in itself is going to be a huge success, and hopefully we can all celebrate that as if they won the CrossFit Games. So that 60 to 61 barrier, I think, is going to be pretty significant. There's going to be a lot of people there. Then I think the majority of athletes are going to fall between that 61 to 90 range. And by majority of athletes, I mean that sort of that top tier in the region. I think they're going to be in there. My personal goal is to get to 75. So if I can get 15 snatches at 165, that's my ecstatic goal. Realistically, I'd like to be in the 65 to 70 range. 75 I'd be really happy with. And then I think the guys who get completed through the first 90 reps and muscle out that 210-pound snatch, those are just going to be your really, really strong athletes. Some of whom probably didn't do very well at the burpees, body weight, fast, big engine stuff, but the top tier of athlete there is going to be able to do both. So I'm really, really interested to see how that's going to turn out. My strategy personally, get through the set of 30 at the lightest weight, probably in 3 quick sets of 10, and then the 135, so that middle tier for men, I'm planning on trying to go for 3s, so 10 sets of 3, but I'm really bad at lowering that weight at 135 pounds safely before going into the next rep touch and go, so I may end up going to single reps and just single, drop the bar, reset, single, drop the bar. I may end up going that before, sooner rather than later. And then if and when I make it to the 165, those are definitely going to be singles. I'm not even going to try and touch and go with that. But the rest in between reps for me is going to be the key. I'm going to try and set up, big breath, step back up, big chest, shoulders back, weight on the heels, and to jump right into that next rep. Standing around here is going to add up a lot of time because we think that we need more rest than we actually do. So my goal, I think, is to be done with the 30 reps at 135, somewhere between the 5:30 and the 7-minute mark. If I can do that and have 3 minutes left to get a couple of reps at 165, I think there's a chance I can get between that 65 and 75 final score. I think it's going to be a really, really fun workout. My one prediction going into week 2 is that they were going to take that first week where it's majority lighter guys, body weight movements, big engine, and the bigger guys would struggle a little bit. And I thought they were going to flip it around and say, hey, this next workout is going to favor guys who are strong and not necessarily the guys that are smaller and lighter. Obviously, there's going to be freaks of nature out there who can do both, and we're going to see them for sure. But I predict in my region there will be the Southwest region, which has 2,300 male competitors. I think less than 100 people will be above 95 reps. That's my call. I could be wrong. There could be even more monsters out there than I know about. But really excited, going to try it tomorrow. I'll let you guys know after my first attempt at night how I think it goes, how I'm going to adjust my strategy going into Saturday. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Week 2, guys. Woo! Good luck.